Hi guys, this is Joe, aka Beatrix is Strange, and look who I found
in the trash can.
That's my story. It's gonna be a very fun one. We're gonna do a get ready with me, right? Yeah, we want to talk about el Cucuy. That's why we're wearing our Team Yellow shirt. And we'll talk about the Cucuy. If you probably read the title, you know who we're talking about. But also to just catch up, because I don't think we've like gotten in drag together.
In a hot minute.
Oh!
It's been a while.
People are gonna be shook.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna spill any tea.
Yeah, this is not the video.
This is not that video.
Yet.
A lot of people will be scared here. A lot of people will be scared, and I'll name them.
So we're gonna just do a get ready with me. We're gonna get into drag. We're just gonna have fun. Keep on watching. Guys, this is my first video. Don't be a hater. And if you are, oh my God, thank you. Thank you for hating.
The type of person who puts something on the bottom for eyebrows, you just go straight in.
No, I have to clean them with alcohol and I can't find my alcohol, so I'm gonna go get that. So you just go in with glue?
I never prep like underneath.
I have to. I sweat too much. Even I just literally just took a shower. After I know my body. And I know that after I clean off my drag later, I'm gonna look scary tomorrow all day. So if you guys don't know, Sam is in the room.
Oh yeah, my wife is in the room.
And so is there an unborn child inside of her?
Yes.
So there's actually 4 people here.
Wow.
Right? I was
and
doing
then the girls.
And then my cats.
Yeah.
Which...
Who does girls?
All women in here.
Women.
So can we talk about how like I'm still gluing down my brows and this...
Girl, I'm super quick. Baby, I've got super quick.
Let's chill down. That's like we're the Cucuy. So let's talk about how we first met. Do you want to talk about how we first met?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I'll be the one. So we met.
Hace una vez.
Oh yeah, coming out monologues. I was in college. That's how we first met.
We met at the coming out.
Oh, yeah, we met at the coming out.
You're performing in the show, right?
Yeah, I was. We were doing Rocky Horror Show, and you were there as an MC.
It was my first college gig that I was emceeing.
Yeah, you were emceeing. I was doing a monologue in Spanish. Coming out it was like a story of somebody else coming out in Spanish, and then
You know I wrote those, right?
You did?
Yeah.
You translated them or what?
No, I wrote them.
What? This guy told me that they were like real people. Yeah, and it was amazing because at that time I was barely like coming out as like, you know, just being me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was like super new to coming out, I guess. So I was like, you know what? I feel like I wanna do more with it. Like I just don't wanna be like that closeted person.
I feel like you messaged me.
Oh, then the drag history? Like how did I become your drag daughter?
Yeah. Cause
that was just
I just remember you coming over to my place. I had just moved back to Brownsville.
Cause you were for me it was more like you were the first drag queen I ever met.
I'm so sorry.
Right? I'm scary now.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Sam. I'm so sorry.
You have to deal with this now.
I'm so sorry that this is what you have to deal with.
Yeah, so you were the first one because that's how we met, through the coming out monologue. So I requested you, friend requested you, and then we messaged because you were looking for local talent, you know, local new talent to have Sunday gay nights at 69. Yeah, we were doing Sunday gigs.
R.I.P. Club 69.
Right? I was like, oh, I want to do it, but I've never really done drag. Like I was experimenting with drag, like for a month or two. And you were like, don't worry, I'll put you in drag. And for me, I was in Mexico, and I was like, oh, I'm going. Like
I don't think I had maybe put like 1 or 2 people in drag. But like I think that was like the first time I did like a full face like that. If I find the picture, I'll post it here.
Yeah, I think it's on your Facebook. I was wearing like this Lakers.
You were wearing a Lakers jersey.
Yeah. I was super mad.
And some like ratty ass blonde wig that I had.
So yeah, so you just put me in drag and it was amazing. I felt so freaking free and I was like, I want to do this forever. And then the rest was history. You booked me like 2-3 more times. I was just doing shows and
I keep apologizing to.
And then after that,
I'm so sorry.
And then that was it, you know, like it was just.
And then just kind of grew from there, right?
Yeah, I just grew from there, and then our friendship. At first, I was just like your friend, like your friend. Mm-hmm. Like it was just like.
We're just like hanging out.
We're just like cool people, you know. Like like he put me in drag, but I was never like his close friend. Like I was just his friend that he so happened to put in drag.
So.
Yeah, that he just so happened to put in drag, and I was like so fucking grateful because nobody else would ever like help me, you know. So I was like, I am extremely grateful to this person. So I was like always there, like, and I would always see him at shows. I remember you were doing the drag, which one was it? All Stars? Because it was recent. Like I had just came back from the army. Like I barely had like 5 or 4 months.
Well, I just remember Drag Wars. Shout out to Aza and Nathan for putting that on at Studio 69. That was really the way a lot of people here got to know me.
And then I come to find out that he was doing a lot of activism. And I was like, you know what? That's amazing. Like that's such a good, like positive.
Yeah, I was working with like nonprofits like Planned Parenthood, Texas Votes, TFN.
Yeah, I feel like now that I know more, I feel like drag is some sort of activism just in itself.
Like part of my work as a drag queen activist is like using my platform for very intentional situations and conversations. Like talking about what's currently happening in the Rio Grande Valley for Texas District 27 for State Senate. If you don't know, basically we've had for the last 30 years in the Rio Grande Valley, State Senator Lucio Jr. For the past 30 years, this man has been in office. He hasn't had any real challengers or people contending like wanting to like run against him until recently. And so right now in 2020, he is up for re-election. The problem with this man has been that he is the only Democrat at the state Senate that consistently votes with the GOP, with the Republican Party. And so the issue is 2017, he was the only Democrat to co-sign the bathroom bill, which basically would punish trans people and non-binary folk for using a bathroom that corresponds to how they identify. And he has even made public comments to journalists and other reporters about how like same-sex marriage is like the end of the family, which is really even more infuriating because like I know plenty of queer families like with children. Literally all he does is use his religion and his faith to vote this way, and it's really frustrating because he also votes against women's rights. He votes against women's access to reproductive health and abortion care. Women should have the right to choose. And so unfortunately Senator Lucio, again, he uses his religion to, as a Democrat, side with Republicans. In the 5-6 years that I've been doing organizing, activism, and community work here in the Rio Grande Valley and been to lobby days in Austin at the Capitol, he like never meets with his constituents. Like he is always not available,
Not
even
bothered.
though, and he just, I mean, frankly, to me, it's just he doesn't care.
Oh.
It's because of people like him that makes it hard for people like us to live freely. And so I do want to say that we just did this LGBTQ task force that was approved by the city of Brownsville and the commission and the mayor. The city of Brownsville is like the largest city in his constituency. So how is he gonna justify in the future saying that he's representing the Rio Grande Valley in District 27 when there's a situation where, I mean, I feel like potentially there may be another version of a bathroom bill in the next state legislature. How is he gonna justify that? You know, when cities like Brownsville are opening themselves up to be more progressive
And he's not.
and he's not. He's very clearly not. And so
I think it's more of a slap to the face to all of us who are trying to make this change, you know, and making other people's identity and whatnot, like
just validating people
Yeah,
is
exactly.
super important. And so
And I feel like he pushes again more down on those people.
well, not just that, he's making our community, like we're trying our best to move our community forward, and
Yeah.
he's doing his best to push us back. He's allowed to believe in his faith, but
Yeah.
his faith should not dictate the reality of people in our community in a way that is detrimental to people's mental health, that puts people and polices people because of who they are. And so ultimately, I mean, I'm glad that there are other people running against him this time around. If you guys haven't noticed, there is 2 other Democrats that are running against State Senator Lucio. One of them is, and I've actually had the pleasure of meeting both of them, and I think they're both great people. Shout out to the ACLU of Texas. They hosted a candidate forum at the public library. And then like at the last like hour before, he like canceled. He's not gonna put himself in a space to be held accountable. That's just really tragic.
And you can't trust people like that, especially to represent you at a state level.
Yeah, like if they're not gonna, like how are you gonna run for an elected office and then purposefully just not meet with people, vote against people in your community, and then pretend like queer people, LGBTQ people, trans people, women aren't part of this community? The Texas primaries are gonna be March 3rd. It's a Tuesday, it's Super Tuesday in Texas. People, if you are registered to vote and you are part of District 27, I highly encourage you to go out and vote vote for either anyone pretty much. Actually, I would say just vote anybody but Lucio. I would encourage folks to check out Ruben Cortez's website. I would encourage people to check out Sara Stapleton Barrera's website. Folks, please look into either of these candidates. Vote anybody but Lucio. It's just something that is very personal to me.
And I feel like not only in Bronzeville this situations happen, I'm pretty sure in anywhere else, like there's people like
I really just encourage people to like stand up and speak out. If you are facing elected official who is just not responding to the needs of your community, you have every right to either one, run for office and beat them out, two, have like the initiative to speak out and like be involved in organizations that are doing the work locally.
And I don't know for you, but for me, I feel like that's really sad. Like, why is someone who's at the state level representing us people? You know, like that. I feel like whoever represents us should represent us fully, not only to what's convenient and what works for his religion or for his or her beliefs. I feel like, yeah.
So yeah, me saqué el fuego. Sorry, y'all. Prior to making this video, so the whole point of this video was for us to talk about State Senator Lucio and how out of sync and tune he is with people in our constituency. You know how they say in Spanish, like, cuando hablas de alguien tanto que lo invocas, like you talk about someone so much that you just invoke them.
Like their energy just...
The other day, I was walking home. I've been working at a local coffee shop. Shout out to 7th and Park. They keep me going. I was literally there all day.
You won't believe what happened.
You will not believe what happened. I saw the Cucuy.
Salió el chamuco.
Me salió el chamuco because he was coming, he was actually walking, it was very bad. He was like walking towards me, like State Senator Lucio was walking towards me. I just had this like out of body moment. Do I say something? Do I not say something? And then I'm like, well, he's never showed up to any lobby meetings with anyone that I've been with any org that I've been with. He doesn't show up to public forums for like with candidates to talk about the issues.
And all this happened in a matter of like a second.
Literally, like you know, like Raven.
Yeah,
like, those visions. Just I was like, did I say something? And then like it just came out of my body. I was like, you should be ashamed of yourself. And then he like, at this point he was already walking past me, so he like turned around to face me.
He thought you wanted
and he thought he wanted like a photo or something.
This is a fan.
Yeah, he was like, oh, like he wanted to like, he almost like had a smile. And then I repeated, like, you should be ashamed of yourself. At this point, he's already at his car. The person with him also, like, just froze.
They both were frozen.
Well, the guy that was with him, like, froze. Like, he didn't know how to react. The senator's facing me, and then I'm like, you should be ashamed of yourself, and you should face your constituents in public forums.
Andale.
He figured out who I was because I'm constantly trolling his social media.
On Twitter. Follow her on Twitter. It's funny. The memes? Okay.
I make memes on my Facebook page about the senator because, first of all, I'm not saying anything that isn't already true.
Yeah.
People need to know
what's the tea.
That hashtag SucioLucio is someone that needs to be voted out of office. And so he like makes a face at me, and like at this point he's like, it's sunk in that like, oh, I'm not here. Like this isn't someone that likes me. And then he's like, oh, I don't want anything to do with you. And he like made a face, and then he like just turned around and ran to his car.
Dijo, aquí me asustan. El último el Cucuy fue Beatrix.
It turns out I was a Cucuy.
Dijo, boo.
Yeah, I was a
Lucio
Cucuy.
corrió.
Y corrió el señor. No, but he like just got in his car and like they drove. I mean, I just kept walking. I'm glad this happened in the public area on the sidewalk. Like, you know, I checked in. I was within my rights to say that. You know, cuando llevas un coraje,
tienes que sacarlo.
Lo tienes que sacar y me lo saqué.
Sí, porque luego no duermes, tienes que sentar.
Y you know what? I had all day. I was fine. I even had like my little matcha latte with me. You know, like I was like feeling my little fantasy walking home, listening to Spotify. And like as soon as I saw him, my heart started racing. And like for the rest of the afternoon, like, se me subió la presión, my blood pressure went up.
Dijo, tuvo que tomar chicos de limón con sal.
And I had to just chill out because it was...
La insulina se inyectó todo.
You know what? I don't know if I have diabetes, but I feel like if I did, I would be in trouble. Yeah, so that was my story about how I confronted Cucuy. Okay, everybody. So these are our final looks. I don't think we did too bad. I like that we have a little matching.
This is like, y'all see this? We're the type of girls to match.
Girl, I'm serving e-girl. Like I have a tumbler.
So today we're serving you just casual drag. This is my go-to mug.
This is my not-to-go mug. On the go.
This is on the go mug, not to go mug.
So basically, like we said, State Senator Lucio, Fuera con él.
Hashtag
#SucioLucio. Hashtag anybody but Lucio. And if you are registered to vote in State District 27 in Texas, which is most of the Rio Grande Valley, please make sure you go out to vote on the primaries. The primary is March 3rd. It's a Tuesday. Early voting is before that. I'm gonna go ahead and leave some links for the counties that are part of District 27 down below. Again, this is my first video. I had a lot of fun. Did you have fun?
I had so much fun.
Yeah, we spilled some tea, we caught up, we
edited some tea out.
That's maybe for another video.
Yeah, that's maybe for another video.
But you know what? We're about positive vibes. You know, at the end of the day, we're just here being our dragtivist selves.
What you reap, what you sow.
I hope everyone that is watching this video has a conversation with their friends, talk to your family, make sure that everyone that you are acquainted with does not vote for Senator Lucio. He is not someone that is going to be looking out for queer rights.
Definitely.
He's definitely not going to be looking out for trans rights. He's definitely not gonna look for women's rights. At the end of the day, he's supposed to be representing us, his constituents, even if we're wearing wigs, even if we're in drag, even if we're women, even if we're trans, whatever we are, State Senator Lucio has a responsibility to his constituents. You can always look out for the other two candidates that are running against Senator Lucio. We're gonna leave Sara Stapleton Barrera's website and her information down below so that you guys can check out her campaign. I'm gonna also be putting Ruben Cortez, his information down below. I really, really want you, and I'm gonna encourage everybody here that is watching to make sure that you get out the vote, go and vote, and make sure that we don't elect State Senator Eddie Lucio, because at the end of the day, he's not good for us and he's not good for you.
This type of content is definitely gonna help us out.
Yeah, I mean,
it's that combo.
I'm really excited because this is like my first video that I'm making, and I really wanted it to have some meaning and purpose and intention behind it.
And it's so you.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to block me, report this video.
Hashtag Beatrix.
Hashtag, no, just kidding. Hashtag SucioLucio, hashtag anybody but Lucio. Follow Glam Duo. Shout out to Sammy, who's been here
the whole time,
spilling the tea with us. This is the future that we want for our community.
We want a safe space.
We want to build a safe city. We want to build a city that is inclusive of all families. We want a city that is diverse with all backgrounds. And we want a city that is truly represented at the state legislature, not by Senator Lucio. So thank you guys so much for watching. Follow Glam Duo on all social media. I'm gonna post her stuff down below. Follow me if you want to. I'm all over social media.
Videos on Vice, videos on different outlets, medias. That's a Beatrix moment.
That was La Fuerza de Lucio.
La fuerza del SucioLucio. ¡Está presente! ¡Invocamos!
We need a palito. We need to do the palo santo.
Where's the...
No. But there's gummies here.
There's gummies, pero eso es...
Just pretend there's smoke.
Smoke.
Fuera con el Lucio.
Fuera Lucio. Te reprendemos, Satanás. Te reprendemos.
En el nombre de Cristo.
Todopoderoso, aquí quemamos.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you the next time. Let me know if you like the video, comment,
subscribe,
block. We'll see you guys soon.
Bye.